Hey, good morning. Welcome to Tuesday. This is the Tom Barfield Show. We are so happy to have you with us. This is travel day. I'll be traveling today after the program, headed out to Surprise, Arizona for the Big 12 baseball tournament presented by Allstate. They make us say that. Anyway,
do?
huh?
Did they?
I know. I
they
agree.
twist your arm?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
No one's paying me to say that. I don't know
Yeah.
why I have to say that. But anyway, that's Lark. Say good morning, Lark.
Hi there.
And we are presented today and every day by our good friends over at Toe King. Toe King has a terrific staff headed up by Gary Hoffman and his group. It's family, it's friends. They do a terrific job taking great care of you. If you and I hope you never break down on the side of the road, but if you do, you see the number right there on the screen. There you go. 254-666-5484 is that phone number for emergency roadside assistance. And man, they're big contributors to things going on in the community. So they're always involved. And that's what I like about Gary Hoffman's team. We talked about this before, Lark, when we decided to put this thing together and started brainstorming, what kind of show are we going to do? Well, the kind of show that's local. We wanted to be local. And
Certainly.
And the theme kind of became, we're going to talk about Central Texas sports and sports that Central Texans care about.
Right.
So, yeah, there's going to be some Cowboys and some Rangers and some Astros. Sorry, Brice Cherry. But we also wanted our sponsorship to be local. You see the studio is TFNB, Your Bank for Life, Toe King. Just go down the list. Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers. I mean, all of the Benchmark Construction Company, JK Roofing. All of these are local folks. Morrison's Gifts. I mean, right there, right down from Jason's Deli. All of these are local people. We wanted this thing to work inside out, if that makes sense. So draw a circle and the dot in the middle. That's where we start. That's called Central Texas. Then we work out. And the other theme that we have with this program is we're not the expert. Anybody I hate those shows where the guy's the expert. He knows everything. No,
There's
you don't.
14 million of those.
That's exactly right. What we are two guys that like to talk about sports, particularly local sports, and we happen to have the microphone. That's the theme of this program. Everybody's opinion matters, and everybody's opinion is just only, when we were doing the radio show, the only time I would really push back on somebody is if they had they would give some information that was just simply not true, that it was not factual, But other than that, I mean, I don't care how far-fetched I thought your opinion was. You may thought my opinion was far-fetched. It didn't matter. It's an opinion. So there you go. But that's kind of the way we're doing this show. And look, you have an opportunity. I think there's a place on the YouTube channel, right, where people can suggest things and
certainly
and type in comment
section there.
It's a comment section. See, I'm still learning all the lingo. The comment section there. So if you wanted to comment and say, hey, look, I'd like for you to talk to Coach whatever or to this player or whatever, send us a note. We'd love to hear from you. We want this to be about you and what you want as Central Texas sports fans. So there you go. Glad to have you with us as we roll along here on this Tuesday morning. And again, we're going to be out in Surprise, Arizona tonight, hopefully, weather permitting. The Bears will play tomorrow evening, actually. It's 6:30 Texas time, 4:30 out west. And they'll play the winner of Texas Tech and BYU. Those two teams will play this evening. So we'll know the opponent there. A couple other quick laundry notes, that we like to take care of here before we dive into our sports news. As you guys know, we're affiliated with Midway.tv, midwaytv.com, whatever you prefer. Well, we're into the semifinals in softball, right?
Yeah.
So when you start getting deeper into the playoffs,
right,
there's a group called the National Federation of High School Sports.
Mm-hmm.
They have written a check to the UIL, and they actually own the video rights / broadcast rights to all Texas high school sports, all UIL Texas high school sports, 6-man to 6A. Okay. So this Wednesday, tomorrow night, on midway.tv/midwaytv.com. I just like doing that for you. We will have that for you on our sister channel, whatever you want to call it, midway.tv. But it will be a audio broadcast only because the NFHS has elected to televise that game and charge you. So don't pay for it. Just listen to it. We'll have it for you. But that's the case. And so we won't be able to bring you the pictures, the video. We're prohibited by
UIL contract.
By a UIL contract with the NFHS.
Mm-hmm.
So all three of those games X'd. We're also going to televise / broadcast Robinson and Hampshire Finette baseball region championship 4A Division II. And received notification this morning that we were denied the video rights for tomorrow night's game. Didn't say a word about Saturday's doubleheader down in Navasota. So, again, for tomorrow night, and maybe the entire series, we will have the audio of it. We will treat it like a radio broadcast, right?
Right.
And Lark will be there to do the game tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
If I'm back, I will join Lark on Saturday. Hopefully I'm not back. Hopefully the Bears are playing for a Big 12 championship.
Sure.
But if I'm back, I will join Lark for that. But that's why when you turn it on, and it's going to be it's called Rogue Sports on YouTube. So go to YouTube, go to Rogue Sports, and there'll be the Robinson broadcast right there. You can't miss it. It's going to be easy. And we're putting it out on social media. If you follow me at all on Twitter /X or on Facebook, that's where all of our stuff is. So our friends at the UIL have said, no, you can't televise. And so if you're wondering when you turn it on, you go, I want to watch the game. Well, I'm sorry.
You're going to hear the game.
You can listen to us and Lark do all of the research on the broadcast, or you can turn on the NFHS broadcast. You can pay them $20, and the guy may not even know how to pronounce their name. I mean, can you tell I'm a little ticked?
No, I can't tell at all.
It is a money grab. That's exactly what it is.
Well,
so
that's the way of the world today. NIL.
I understand it.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
I don't have to agree with it, which I don't.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right. Did you see the A's and the Angels last night?
What did they do last night?
So the guy and I forget his name. I think it's Gann, has a no-hitter in the ninth inning.
Okay.
Got a no-hitter. Gives up a base hit. I think it's 4 pitches later, gives up a home run and loses.
Ouch.
Yeah. In the ninth inning, has a no-hitter. 6 pitches later, total. 2 batters, 6 pitches. He's a loser.
So
wow, 2-1.
2-1. Okay.
2-1 ball game.
His team didn't score enough runs for him.
Correct. But to have a no-hitter and then walk off a loser 6 pitches later, ouch. Ouch.
We've seen, I think it was Andy Hawkins, Waco, and Andy Hawkins was doing no-hitter and still lost the game.
Yeah, he actually threw a no-hitter and lost. Yeah. This guy was close to a no-hitter and lost. Anyway, Twins over the Astros last night. I want to dog Houston, but I can't. They're only 5 games out of first place in a pathetic division. Rangers got beat last night as well by the hapless Rockies, and they are hapless, by the way.
Oh, by the way, I noticed in watching that game that the first baseman for the Colorado Rockies is the former Temple quarterback, T.J. Rumfeld.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's a cool little sidebar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can he play shortstop? Because we need one. Corey Seager's hurt's gone on the 10-day DL.
Yeah.
0 for 20. I know people go in slumps, but you're paying this guy a boatload of money to hit. And he's 0 for 27 with 11 Ks, and now he's on the DL. I don't know.
Maybe that's the reason why he's got that 0 for 27.
That could be.
He's got an injury.
Well, he hasn't hit the Mendoza line yet, I can assure you that.
Getting close.
And then the Rangers starter last night has to leave in the first inning with complications in the back. So, I don't know, man.
Hey, it was 43 degrees and raining. Would you want to be out there on the hill? If they're paying you big bucks, yeah, you would.
Well, it's your gig.
I know, it's your job.
Go compete.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, that's what's going on there. We got a lot to get to today, and we're going to do that we're going to start with Brice Cherry, and then we're going to go to the birthday boy from yesterday, Baylor's third base coach, Jim Blair. Jim and I have this little back and forth thing going. I mean, we like to needle and jab at each other. So I thought, you know what? Let's get Jim on the program at 10 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock out there. I want to get him out of the sack and make him so he doesn't sleep in.
There you go.
So Jim Blair will join us coming up in a few minutes. And then but first, we're going to get to Brice Cherry, the sports editor of the Waco Tribune-Herald. There's a lot to get to with Brice, so we'll do that. This is the Tom Barfield Show. We'll take a break and come right back with more in just a moment.
When disaster strikes, you need a team you can trust. At Benchmark, we specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. With over 30 years of experience, our experts provide forensic architecture, engineering, and environmental consulting to ensure every project is handled with precision and care. From damage assessment to full reconstruction, Benchmark delivers technical expertise and an unmatched client experience every step of the way. Visit benchmarkc3.com to learn more.
At Waco Bodyman Company, we help you take control of your health with advanced wellness and longevity solutions designed to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. Experience the power of red light therapy with our full body bed design to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, support skin health, and recharge your body at the cellular level. Step into our hydrotherapy room featuring a dry sauna, polar shower, and hot tub. Book your tour today. Waco Bodyman, open 7 days a week in downtown Waco.
Looking for insurance that truly fits your life? At Barfield Sowell Insurance Group, we make it simple. Whether it's auto, home, life, or business insurance, we represent a wide range of top-rated companies, so you get the coverage you need at the price you'll love. Our mission? Delivering the highest quality protection at the lowest possible cost without cutting corners. Call Barfield Sowell Insurance Group today at 469-579-4982 for your free quote. Barfield Sowell Insurance Group, coverage you can count on at a price you deserve.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check him out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Is your roof ready for the next Texas storm? Don't wait for a small leak to become a big problem. Call JK Roofing of Waco. Whether you need roof repair, a full replacement, or a professional inspection, JK Roofing has quality workmanship and dependable service you can count on. Locally owned and committed to protecting Central Texas homes and businesses. Call JK Roofing today for your free estimate and get the job done right the first time. Call JK Roofing 254-744-2211. JK Roofing of Waco. Strong roofs, honest work, and peace of mind.
All right, welcome back to the program. This is the Tom Barfield Show, and we say good morning to Brice Cherry, the sports editor of the Waco Tribune-Herald. Brice, good morning.
Good morning, Tommy. How are you?
I'm good. The Rockets polo, very nice. Very nice.
Yes, you got to represent, even though your team is long since out of it.
Right. I know you're from the Brenham area. Is that how you migrated to Houston for your professional sports?
Yeah, and in fact, you may not know this, but before I lived in Brenham, I also lived in Houston. So I went kindergarten through third grade in Houston. So there you go.
Now see, it's all come. It's all coming together. I understand it. Hey, you got to love springtime, right? As a newspaper company, there's so many things going on. How do you really, I want to start there. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to now. How do you guys, you as the sports editor, how do you figure out, how to maneuver through all of this, what you're going to staff, what you're going to get reports on? I would imagine that's a complicated task, trying to determine what to do with your resources.
Yeah, it really is. Good point. I have a calendar that always looks like a big ink blot, and a to-do list that I scratch things off of. I get a lot of satisfaction from scratching something off that's been accomplished. But yeah, you got to sort of pick and choose. You try to get to as much as possible. Often you feel exhausted, but we're like teachers in that our year follows the school year. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's called summertime, and it tends to slow down a little bit in the summer, and so we'll get a break in the summer and take some vacation time and all of that. But man, I mean, we love, we wouldn't do this. Obviously, we're not doing it for the money. We wouldn't do it if we didn't love it. So, we get a kick out of covering, Baylor and local high schools and MCC and all the things. So yeah, it keeps you running around for sure. And I'm also blessed that at the Trib we have some really good freelancers that help us out. Chad Conine's basically like my fourth staff guy. I mean, he had a couple stints at the Trib and helps out on such a regular basis that he might as well be my fourth full-time guy. And then like yesterday, Art Strickland sent me a story about Cooper Dawsey from Baylor making the U.S. Open. So it's good to have a stable of guys like that.
Chad just has a hard time keeping a job, doesn't he?
He just does his own thing.
That's the truth.
That is absolutely the truth.
So yeah, I mean, you mentioned vacation and all that. I guess for summer, in early summer anyway, 7-on-7 for high school. That's kind of the where you kind of circle the wagon there before you guys get ready to welcome in the high school footballers in August.
Yeah, we always have a meeting in May to plan out our summer, just because it is slower. But I love the summer because it allows us a little bit more time to work on some different stories. But it goes by fast. I mean, it's a cliche, but at the same time, it's true. You blink and the summer's gone nowadays. I mean, I can remember when Big 12 Media Days was later in July, and now it's early July, and you have a lot of things that pop up, and we will do a bunch of our awards and things, Super Syntax softball, Super Syntax baseball, and then we have a athletes of the year. So we have different things that'll keep us hopping during the summer, but not at the same pace as the rest of the year.
Well, especially right now. I mean, we're all just going nuts here. So much stuff going on, which for this show makes it fun.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about golf. And man, oh man, we got a dynasty out there at McLennan, don't we? I mean, what Vince has been able to put together and what they've been able to do, just that's amazing. I read your article. I didn't realize, because I was going 9,000 miles an hour with Baylor baseball. I didn't realize that they had kind of dug themselves a hole early in the national championship there in Kansas.
Yeah, they did not have a great first round of that tournament, and they were in 8th place after one round. Now, the second round, that was when they really made their big move, because they put the low round of the tournament out there on day 2, and they were able to climb back into it. And then, we're in contention just off the pace, day 3 and going into day 4, the last round. And yeah, just put it together, played great. And you go into hole 18. I mean, they had 1,172 shots that they hit on that golf course over the course of 4 days, and it comes down to 20-foot birdie putt at the end. Now, if he'd have missed it, you go to a playoff, and so they would have still had a chance. But fortunately for MCC, Abe Bignell rolled that putt in. He and another one of the guys on the team, Luke Beckman, are going to Tulsa, which that was an interesting little, side note. Tulsa has been without a men's golf program for about 9-10 years, and they're starting it back up. And the coach there used to play at MCC. And so Vince said he likes the family vibe that we've got here, and he wanted to, bring some of that to Tulsa. So, he signed 2 MCC players for that program. So that'll be cool, having a little pipeline maybe up there. But yeah, very, very great story. I mean, just the comeback that they were able to make. And you guys know Vince, just such a great guy that you can't help but feel good for him whenever they win one.
He's the kind of dude you'd like to have as your next door neighbor.
Right.
I mean, he's that kind of guy, right? I mean,
yeah.
You want to sit in the yard and drink iced tea in the springtime and,
yeah, absolutely. He's such a good guy. He always, whenever I'm talking to him or texting with him, he just makes me feel good. He'll say something like, "Brice, you are my friend." And I'm like, "Well, thanks, Vince. You're my friend too."
Exactly. Baylor golf, women's golf, they get it done out at Ridgewood, and now I think they're leaving today. I think for the NCAA national championship. So we got some good golf going on.
No doubt. That's very, I think Baylor took advantage of the fact that they had a home course advantage there and play at Ridgewood all the time. And so they were able to, finish in the top 5 there and advance on to NCAAs. And so, yeah. And you've also got a Baylor men's golfer competing, Jonas Apple, over at the Bryan Regional as an individual. So, yeah, there's been good golf for sure this May.
Softball wise, it was it was tough on McLennan. When is the
5:30
5:30 afternoon? Yeah, and so Grayson could possibly get an invitation. McLennan could get an invitation, but we know that Temple's going to be there. But Baylor softball, they got it to the regional championship before having to square off against the number 2 seed in Texas. I think from, everything that we know from an NIL standpoint and all those other outside factors, this may have been one of Glenn Moore's better jobs this year, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. The way they finished, then you get to the regional championship game. Obviously Texas is on another level, but no doubt they scratched it together and they just kept fighting. And so, getting into the tournament and then, faring as well as they did, I think was a good way to finish, something to build on for next year. And, he's always got some good recruits, coming in down the pipe. One that will not be there next year, but the year after that, and it's probably a segue for us to talk, high school, but Peyton Phillip over at Midway, when she arrives, she's going to be a difference maker because she can bring it up to like 70 miles an hour. And that's something that Baylor might not have had for a while.
Yeah. Jordan Williams and Midway's riding Peyton, right now into the semifinals, and they play tomorrow night.
Absolutely. Yeah. We got 3 Central Texas softball teams still alive, Midway, Bosqueville, Jonesboro, and then 2 baseball teams. You mentioned Robinson. I heard you guys talking about the Rockets. I think I'm going to be at that game tomorrow night. And then Bosqueville, they play up at Dallas Baptist. Those are the regional final rounds for baseball.
What do you mean you think you're going to be there? It's tomorrow, Brice. You said
yeah. Well,
blob on it. I mean,
That's where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be in Navasota. So,
okay, just curious. I mean, tomorrow. I mean, I know where I'm going to be tomorrow. I mean, speaking of tomorrow, I am going to be in Phoenix. Well, sorry, surprise. I want to talk about the Bears. I know you covered baseball for a long time. I've covered baseball for a long time. Lark's covered baseball for a long time. I really don't, and I know it was altitude, but altitude, my foot. Tice Armstrong hit a couple home runs in Utah. I just don't know how to explain how hard those balls were hit. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the video on either one of them, but it is ridiculous how he's swinging the bat right now.
Yeah, that guy, I mean, he's been locked in all season long, really. I mean, from literally day one, when you hit 3 grand slams, I mean, you can't start the season any better than that. But, you end up setting the Baylor, single season home run record. I remember I was out there one day when Michael was out of town or covering some high school stuff, and I was able to get out and do some Baylor baseball interviews for the first time in a while. And I remember one of the guys talking about, this was sort of right after his where he caught fire again and hit like 5 in 5 games or whatever it was.
Right.
And they said, yeah, he hit one the other night in Texas State, 110 off the wall. And everybody was like, dang, like that's how good he's been, that he's hitting missiles off the wall for a double. And, and people are disappointed.
Yeah. Well, and this, a lot of times power hitters, it's feast or famine. I mean, they're going to swing out of their shoes and they're going to make contact and hit it 6 miles, or they're going to strike out, make the U-turn and go back to the dugout. This guy's not like that. I mean, this guy's got 14 doubles, I think, which is tied for the team lead. I don't have the stats put up in front of me, but with my just going off the top of my head, I believe that's right. 14 doubles which would be tied for the team lead with the 24 home runs. And the one of the home runs the other day, the exit speed Brice was 115. I mean, it's now there's you've been to Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark a million times, and there's the batter's eyes, I think 20 feet. I think that's what it is. This one in Utah probably was 40 feet, maybe bigger. And he sent one over the batter's eye, and it was still on the climb when it left the ballpark. Then he hits another home run that leaves goes over the wall. Then there's an auxiliary fence, probably another 70 feet beyond that. He cleared that 10-foot fence. I mean, and again, I've been around here since covering baseball at Baylor since 2002, and we've seen some home run hitters, Josh Ford, and those kind of guys. I've never seen nothing like this.
Yeah.
Nothing like this.
I agree with you. I mean, the year that Josh Ludy was player of the year,
2012.
Yeah, that was it was an incredible season for Baylor.
Sure.
But I think he had 18 maybe that year, and it felt like anytime he could come up, he could put one out of the park. But I agree with you. Tice is different. We published we've done for many years since the Big 12 started our own all Big 12 teams. We published that today, and he was our newcomer of the year. So we'll see how he does on the Big 12 conference team that comes out maybe today. But yeah, you're right. It's different, but it's still climbing as it goes over the batter's eye. That's something.
It is. And they open tomorrow with either Tech or BYU. Those two teams hook up tonight. So let's see. Anything else? What do you guys got going on? And talk to me a little bit about the podcast and what's going on there with the Waco trip.
Yeah, we'll discuss the playoffs, on our Super Syntax on our Super Syntax podcast, break down some different things. We had such a great time at the state track meet last weekend. Some great finishes there. It was funny Chad was down there shooting the first 2 days as a photographer for us. He's done that the last few years. He's picked up photography, does a good job. And
is he pushing Rod out of the way?
Rod is on another level. So
yeah.
Chad's just trying to carry Rod's lenses. But I was on my way
for someplace now. That's got to appear in a Brice Cherry article someplace. He's trying to carry his lenses.
But I was on my way down there on Friday, and he texted me, and one of our early races didn't work out for the Central Texas kids, and he was like, "This could be a dud of a day. You should go cover baseball or softball or something." And I was like, dude, I'm past Salado now. I'm on my way. I mean, I'm committed. So I get there, and we have a cliche that says, if you can't cover state track, you can't cover anything because there's a million stories, And then during the day, it was like, wow, am I going to really be leading with this like third place bronze finish? But the cliche held true because the running events later in the day, they gave us some incredible finishes. And the best one was one I called The Pass by Bosqueville. Kid came back and passed a kid right at the finish line for a gold medal. Juan Tinoco from Bosqueville got that gold medal. That was an incredible race in the 1600. So we'll talk about that on the pod, but we'll have features on all three of our remaining softball teams in the Final Four. And then I'll also be talking to Chris Clemens and David Anderson, the two baseball coaches that are left. So, we'll have it all.
A final thought, because I don't know if we talked about this, but the Shoppa kid, she wins the pole vault state championship, and that's pretty cool. So gold for her. And we all recognize the last name, so she obviously gets her athletic skills and skill set from her mom and from her uncle. Certainly not from her dad, but
we were talking about that actually on our pod because you had mentioned it last week, and I guess I hadn't made, before you had said it, I hadn't made the connection that was who her uncle was, and then her dad. So her dad's Kyle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Longtime coach, been around here a while. So yeah. Okay. Before you said it last week,
by the way, a really good friend. He's a good dude. He really is.
Yeah.
So we got to have a fun at his expense.
Yeah, she did great at state, and Chad got a great picture of her, kind of from a low angle, looking up as she crossed the bar. So it was a cool moment for her.
Brice, as always, it's a pleasure. We appreciate it. Do you need anything from me? Well,
we call that a callback to the old days. I love it.
I would exit the press box, and Brice would be riding there at Magnolia Field. Back then, it was just Baylor Ballpark. And I would always stick my head in and go, Brice, do you need anything from me? And he said, I think I got it covered. So it was always just kind of our running thing, wasn't it, Brice?
Yeah, it was. So all right. I appreciate it.
I just wanted to check in. Hey, appreciate it. We'll see you soon.
All right. See you.
That's Brice Cherry. Does a wonderful job. Sports editor of the Waco Trip. All right. We are brought to you in part by Benchmark Construction. David and Marie and the entire team over there want to work with you, whether it's disaster recovery, construction, maybe an add-on to your property, environmental remediation, indoor air quality solutions, whatever you need, they're a complete one-stop shop. That's Benchmark Construction, and you can check them out at benchmarkc3.com. That's benchmarkc3.com. Jim Blair rubbing his eyes out early in the morning from Surprise, Arizona. We talk to him next.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
At Waco Bodyman Company, we help you take control of your health with advanced wellness and longevity solutions designed to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. Experience the power of red light therapy with our full body bed design to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, support skin health, and recharge your body at the cellular level. Step into our hydrotherapy room featuring a dry sauna, polar shower, and hot tub. Book your tour today. Waco Bodyman, open 7 days a week in downtown Waco.
When disaster strikes, you need a team you can trust. At Benchmark, we specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. With over 30 years of experience, our experts provide forensic architecture, engineering, and environmental consulting to ensure every project is handled with precision and care. From damage assessment to full reconstruction, Benchmark delivers technical expertise and an unmatched client experience every step of the way. Visit benchmarkc3.com to learn more.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
Have you heard the latest about CTWP? Let me tell you. How about 2 cents for a color copy? Only Kyocera offers. Don't believe me? Do you really copy your dog? Grab your paperwork and let's compare. I guarantee CTWP has the best prices and service.
All right, we continue with the Tuesday edition of the program. And again, we are presented by Toe King. Appreciate Gary Hoppin and his team for sponsoring and presenting the program to you today. Hey, let's welcome in from, I guess, Surprise, Arizona, maybe Glendale. I don't know. He could be anywhere. Jim Blair. Jim, where are you this morning?
I know I'm in Arizona.
Yeah.
Surprise, I think. I've been over to Glendale. We had some Max Calderon, our SID, showed some great hospitality. We went over to his grandparents' house, which I believe was in Glendale. So we've been a little bit all over the place, but I know I'm in Arizona currently. So
there you go. And good to be in Arizona. And I'll join you there later tonight. Hey, first of all, how did you spend your birthday? I want to know how you spent your birthday year. What was it? Your 71st?
Yeah, you're right on. Very thankful that I got another one. No, it was a good day. We had we were able to, again, Max set up a workout at one of the NAI institution here. So we were scheduled for a late practice, but we also wanted to take the team to the Arizona Diamondbacks game last night. So in order to do that, we got up and had an early workout and came back to the hotel and had some downtime, started prepping for, one of our possibly 2 opponents that we might have tomorrow. And then we headed out to the Arizona Diamondbacks game. And I was disappointed that you weren't here to make that trip with us, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I know some of us I had to get back and get some work done. I had, for the day job, sometimes
sure.
that
sure.
happens. Hey, so you mentioned prep. How do you go about this? I mean, do you pull from what you know and what you've seen from your videos with our 3 games with BYU and our 3 games with Texas Tech? How do you prepare for what you're going to see tomorrow? Because you won't know until later tonight.
Yeah, just you start. I mean, from my standpoint, in the area of the game that I handle as far as the running game and calling the offense, it's reviewing the games that we had with them earlier in the year, and maybe some areas that we were able to take advantage of, and everything from how do their outfielders throw to how do they handle the bunt game, pitchers' times to the plate, how the catchers throw. We're just review all that. I'm sure Sned on his side is going down both lineups and reviewing that. But obviously, we don't know who we're preparing for as a starting pitcher. What bullpen pieces these two teams might use in the first game, and just kind of preparing for both. But at this time of the year, since we've played both teams, it's advantageous because it's not like doing your work in week 4 where you haven't seen some of those guys, especially in today's college baseball game where guys are picking up maybe a third of their roster out of the portal and you don't have any familiarity with them from the year prior. We've got a foundation set, and we just kind of work around what happens in the game tonight.
Talk a little bit. We're visiting with Jim Blair from Baylor Baseball. Jim, talk a little bit about the finish for this club and going to Utah and finishing strong, particularly in those final 2 games, Friday and Saturday, and the momentum that you carried through. I thought Saturday's game had more twists and turns. I thought maybe from a broadcaster's standpoint that may be one of the funnest games I've ever done. I'm sure it wasn't a whole lot of fun in that dugout, down 5-0 in the first inning. But from my chair, it was a heck of a ball game.
Yeah. No, it was a good weekend for us. Obviously, if we could have gotten out there with a road sweep, that would have been huge. But if you go back to the game 2 against Central Florida, we got our teeth kicked in, and obviously we could have for a team that's young. Some older guys that are coming to the end of their career, that can really deflate you. But I was really proud of our guys just continuing to stay resilient. And obviously Friday night or game 1 was a 1-run game this weekend, and then coming back and separating in game 2, and then game 3, like you said, we're behind, but it's kind of the same story. Like, let's stay resilient. That 5-run lead happened early. Let's stay with it. We know how the ballpark's playing. We know we've got those guys in our order that can. Everybody's essentially in scoring position, and man, I tell you what, like those guys that come through with those swings, those are big swings and big moments, and I think that's step 1 as far as tournament play is concerned. I think you've got to go into the tournament if you're going to have an opportunity to win. You've got to go in with some momentum. And I can't think of a better way to have momentum than Tice taking the biggest swing of the year there in the 9th inning.
Let's talk a little bit about Tice Armstrong. You've been in this business, a long-time player, coach. Have you ever seen a guy like Tice? I mean, just goes about his business. You wouldn't know if this guy's a home run hitter or if he's, in his 3rd year of medical school. He's just even keel. But I've never seen a guy attack a pitch like he attacks a pitch.
Yeah, he's a special one to watch. I've kind of had a unique view of him. Before Mitch got the job at Baylor, I was coaching summer ball up in Liberal, and Darren Thomas, our director of operations, had recruited him to UTA. Darren had been a coach in Liberal for a long time. That's actually how I got that position, being a high school coach. And he called me and said, "Hey, I've got a kid that I just redshirted at UTA. You need to take him." So I don't question him on anything. We took Tice, and so he was a redshirt freshman, hadn't played any Division I baseball, but he showed up and physically, like, okay, this guy's got a chance to be pretty good. He's extremely strong. Obviously not as physical as he is today. And he had a great summer for us up there. But he was also immature is not the right word. I think more inexperienced. He could crash out at times, if he struck out or something like that. Just being a young guy, learning to handle that. To today, 5 years later, his maturity. And the one thing that guys, that people outside of our locker room and our offices haven't seen with Tice is he has gotten better over the course of the last 9 months. I mean, we knew when he got here, he'd have power. We knew he, would be an adequate first baseman. He takes just as much pride in his defensive work as his offensive work. And through the course of the year, he's become a better hitter, which has allowed his you've got to, if your power is going to play, you got to make pretty consistent contact. And I think that's been the biggest difference for him is he's making consistent contact. His at-bats have been more consistent, and the power is obviously getting an opportunity to show. I haven't had a guy with more power than him. It's been fun to watch.
Talk about the Big 12 tournament. Obviously, first of all, just an opinion. Obviously, the ultimate goal, obviously, is to get to the NCAA tournament. I think really, just my humble opinion, the only path for the Bears right now is probably to win this tournament. So you got to win one, but you also got to have an eye on 2, 3, and 4. Don't you? That's got to be the approach.
Yeah, I've in my coaching career, I think I've been a part of 5 teams that have won tournaments, and you can set it up one or two ways. You can put all your chips into the game in front of you, or you can flip some of your pitching around and gamble and say, this guy is our best pitcher, but he might be a better matchup for whoever wins on the other side if we find a way to win today. And then you play to win the whole tournament, not just play, win the game in front of you. I think both of those can work at times, but in this situation where we're a single elimination tournament, I think it's one game at a time right in front of you. There's no decisions about holding anybody back. Whatever the game is calling for in that moment, especially on the mound, you've got to go with it.
Final thought for you. In the SEC, they're going to use the ABS in their tournament over in Hoover. You a pro or you a con when it comes to the automatic ball strike computer or whatever that camera or whatever that thing might be?
I like it. I like where that's going. I'm not going to say anything about any pitches that have been thrown recently, but the concerning part about it is, if we're going with the same model as professional baseball, where we're going to give each team, I don't know what it is, 2 or 3 opportunities, and if you miss them, you're out. I like our players, but some of them are 19-year-old kids, and I don't know that I want to trust some of them to make those calls. But I do like that. I think sometimes there's some, everybody back there's human and what have you. So I think especially in big moments, if there's something that's borderline like that, I do know the systems that we currently have and all the analytics and film and video. It has changed the strike zone on the college level. The strike zone is extremely tight now. Very, very advantageous. You've got to call basically black of the plate to the black of the plate, or you're going to be evaluated a certain way. And it's being recorded. I think that's been beneficial. Where this thing goes, we'll see what the SEC has to say about it and what that looks like. So, but for right now, I like that system.
All right, I'll be in town about 8:00 tonight. You buying dinner?
No, you owe me dinner for missing the game yesterday. I thought we were going to have an opportunity to check off an additional ballpark that me and you had been together to see a game at, but you skipped out on it, and it was disappointing. So you owe me dinner and probably dessert. So
yeah, probably. All right. Hey, appreciate you getting up early to be with us. We'll see you. We'll see you in Surprise or Glendale or Phoenix or wherever. I'll see you out there in Arizona.
All right, Tom.
All right.
Look forward to it, man. See you.
Jim Blair with us on the program. We're brought to you in part by Lake Waco Golf Club, a semi-private facility. They got the par 3 course, the executive par 3. They've also got the regular 18-hole course. It's getting swimming season. They got a beautiful pool. They got a great clubhouse, and they got with lots of amenities in that. When we start talking about amenities, I'm talking about product. They got golf clubs. They got bags, and they got shoes and golf gloves. I got all that stuff for you. You can check it out there at Lake Waco. And of course, they've got the restaurant, the bar and grill, and it's phenomenal. I've had lunch out there on several occasions. Food is wonderful. You need a tee time for this weekend. You better get to calling them. And I'm not kidding. The course is just, people have I don't want to say discovered the golf course. I think they've rediscovered the golf course. And it's a fun course to play. It's LakeWacoGC.com. You want to check it out online. Here's the phone number for the tee times. It's 254-756-2161, 254-756-2161. We are going to check out the sports news of the day. We're going to do that with Lark, and we'll do it next.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Is your roof ready for the next Texas storm? Don't wait for a small leak to become a big problem. Call JK Roofing of Waco. Whether you need roof repair, a full replacement, or a professional inspection, JK Roofing has quality workmanship and dependable service you can count on. Locally owned and committed to protecting Central Texas homes and businesses. Call JK Roofing today for your free estimate and get the job done right the first time. Call JK Roofing 254-744-2211. JK Roofing of Waco. Strong roofs, honest work, and peace of mind.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org. Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
All right, welcome back into the program. It is a Tuesday edition of the show. Lark Smith has got the latest sports news. And Lark, I think we briefly talked about it when Brice was on with us, but big day today for a couple of programs in the conference, in the JUCO conference, and that, of course, is Chris Berry's team. Mm-hmm. And then Grayson, I think, also has a very good resume that could possibly get them into the national championship tournament with their resume. So we'll see. And it's at 5:30 today, right?
5:30 today is when the National Junior College Office will announce not only the at-large teams, but the teams that are going to be in the softball World Series. And I think they're also going to do the seeding for the baseball World Series in Grand Junction. So
all right, there you go. Big day.
I've been kind of watching that website to see if they give me any information, and they've kind of been lackadaisical in getting that done. But as far as other news going on around that is interesting to any of us, of course, the Big 12 postseason tournament, that's what we were talking about mostly today. You've got the first two games of the series. You got Texas Tech taking on BYU. That's at 6:30 Central Time. And then tonight Kansas State takes on Utah, and that's a 10 o'clock first pitch, our time, I do believe. Strange timings out there, but then again,
I didn't set it. Trust me.
I understand. Of course, Baylor gets the winner of Texas Tech and BYU. The winner of Kansas State and Utah gets TCU on the next day. Also, the SEC baseball tournament gets underway today. You got 4 games over in Hoover, Alabama. Texas and Texas A&M do not start play until, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Wow.
But the first round gets underway today with Missouri against Ole Miss, Kentucky against Vanderbilt, South Carolina against Tennessee, and LSU taking on Oklahoma. And also of interest was the NBA semifinals, I guess, or what the conference finals are underway. Last night in Oklahoma City, San Antonio needed 2 overtimes to defeat Oklahoma City 122-115. So San Antonio leads that series 1-0. The Eastern Finals.
Hang on a second.
Yes, sir.
Who's the coach of San Antonio?
Don't get me to line.
Me
I don't
neither.
know.
Me neither. That's.
It used to be Popovich.
Yeah, I
don't know who it is now.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Then the East Finals is Cleveland and the Knicks. They get underway tonight. There's your baseball scores from last night. I think we've talked about those as well. So, Tom, pretty much that's about all that is going on as far as.
It's the calm before the storm, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Tuesday, and it's not quite Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's coming, though, isn't it? Yeah. Hey, we're brought to you in part by Morrison's Gifts. Thanks to Sally and Mark and the entire team over at Morrison's Gifts. Graduation, wedding season, all kinds of things going on. Guys, you don't want to go. You don't want to shop. You really, really don't. And it's so simple. I did it for Mother's Day, and you can too. 4312 West Waco Drive. Walk in, say, "Hey, Sally, I got X amount of dollars. I don't have a clue what I want. I'm going to go sit in that corner over there. You get it done. Put it in a nice bag, put some tissue with it or whatever, and let me get out of here." And Sally's going to do it for you. Whether it's John Hart, Consuela, Jelly Cats, whatever you're shopping for, she could take care of you. They got thousands, and I'm not talking hundreds. They got thousands of different products inside of Morrison's Gifts. And again, they've been around for 47 years, kids. That's you're not open 47 years if you don't know what you got going on. So they do a great job. Check them out today, 4312 West Waco Drive. Tell Mark and Sally and the entire team that we sent you by, and you'll be glad you did. And again, I'm telling you, it's stress-free. That's what I like about it. I hate, me. I hate to shop. Can't stand it. I mean, I'm not a shopper. I'm a buyer. I'll go buy something, but I'm not going to go shop. I don't want to kick tires. I don't want to look around, and I don't have to when I go to Morrison's Gifts. 4312 West Waco Drive. We'll take a break. We'll come back.
Since 1996, Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers at 18th and Herring has been serving Waco's best burger. There's nothing better than a delicious burger cooked just the way you like it, with garden fresh toppings on a buttered bun. Add tots, fries, curly fries, or onion rings for a perfect meal. So what are you waiting on? How about Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers today? Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers. And don't forget to ask about Double R's catering.
It's the 2026 Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, brought to you by the First National Bank of Central Texas. Tour a variety of homes at different price points, plus see the latest trends from beautiful kitchens to outdoor living spaces. See the latest colors and design patterns. This is your chance to walk through homes, meet the builders, and get inspiration for your own projects. The Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, June 5th, 6th, and 7th, and June 13th and 14th. Tickets are available online or at any parade home. For more information, go to wacohomeparade.com.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Shopping for insurance shouldn't feel like a guessing game or a root canal. At Barfield Show Insurance Group, we make it easy and maybe even a little fun. Need auto, home, life, or business insurance? We've got you covered. Literally. We work with multiple top-rated companies to find the right fit for you, so you get great coverage at a price that won't make you wince. Because our goal is simple: the highest quality insurance at lowest price possible. Call Barfield Show Insurance Group today at 469-579-4982 for your free quote. Better coverage, better rates, better call them.
Family owned and operated, Jasper's Barbecue is serving up Texas-style barbecue meats and sandwiches and all the fixins. Enjoy mouth-watering brisket, ribs, pulled pork, and don't forget the potato salad and barbecue beans. Located in Waco on Elm Street, right off of I-35, open Tuesday through Saturday 10 until 2 or until the food runs out. Stop by today and enjoy the best barbecue around. Voted one of the best barbecue joints by Texas Monthly. That's Jasper's Barbecue in Waco. You won't leave hungry.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Mark, I was just watching the commercial, and I was just looking at the barbecue from Jasper's. Lance Payne. Oh my goodness!
You hungry?
Yeah. I mean, doesn't that sound good right now? A little tater salad. Their beans, I'm telling you, man. I don't know what they do to those pinto beans, but they are wonderful. It is Jasper's Barbecue, and they're not far from where we're located. I mean, they're just right down the street. So there you go. All right, coming up on the program. By the way, thanks to Brice Cherry, thanks to Jim Blair for being a part of the program. Tomorrow we're going to visit, and I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be fun. We're going to talk with Katie Berlin George. She's the head coach of the Temple softball team, Temple College softball team. Man, they're 50-plus wins. Number 4, I think, in the country.
Yeah.
It's an elite club.
Got a solid program.
Very good. And we'll talk with her. We'll also look ahead to the Junior College World Series. Hopefully she's got some traveling partners. Hopefully. You'd love to see McLennan there with Chris Berry's team and maybe even Grayson College. We'll see. So we'll talk to her about the field and all of those kind of fun things. And also, I think Kyle Yeomans is back from vacation. If, he was down on the beach doing his thing. I don't know.
Nobody deserves a vacation like Kyle Yeomans.
You know what? And I think he's going to be in Surprise.
Good.
He may, in fact, he may be doing the segment tomorrow from Surprise.
Outstanding.
I'll have to double check with him because I know that he's working some of the Big 12 tournament for ESPN. So we'll have to ask. Wouldn't it be funny if our rooms were in the same hotel and we're right down the hall from each other?
Just do it from the same room.
No.
Okay.
No.
Too much camaraderie. Huh?
Way too much camaraderie. Okay. All right. Hey, I will be, and I guess you're going to be in the man cave.
I'm going to be in the man cave tomorrow. Yes.
So Lark will be in his man cave. I will be hopefully in Surprise, Arizona. I know there's some inclement weather, and I got a notification from the airline that says, "Hey, be loose. You never know up in DFW because of the inclement weather."
Not so much inclement weather in Arizona as it is trying to get out of here.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no question. All right, we will we'll somehow, some way, we'll have a program for you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Thanks to everyone who's been a part of this one. We will see you tomorrow.
Go.